My name is Harry H. Gordon, and I'm a sculptor. And this is monk sculpture behind me that's made out of black granite. I've been working with large sculpture probably for the past 25 years. Started out working with huge trees and carving them and building things with those, and had some issues with them rotting, and someone introduced me to stone, and for the past 15 years or so I've been working with large stone. I also have a business moving and installing stuff for other people, and one of my missions is to help out with public sculpture. And when I hear about a new sculpture park, I find out about it and try to get involved.
Well, thank you for getting involved with JSP. We installed three and a half pieces.
3.5 pieces.
Yeah, while you were here. So tell me a little bit about what first inspired you to be an artist and or to be a sculptor specifically.
Well, I started making things when I was very young. There was a art center in the town in Abington, Cheltenham, Pennsylvania, and I went there, and I was maybe 10 when I started in a ceramics class, and at about the age of 12 I moved to the figure modeling class and just kept working from there, and got introduced to a sculptor who lived in the area, Boris Bly. Boris Bly was the founder of Tyler School of Art, and I worked in his studio from the age of 14 till I went to college, and learned very traditional figurative modeling and figurative sculpture. And then after college I branched out into making things that were not figurative in a literal sense, but I consider this to be a human figure in attitude and stance. This is a very quiet piece. That's why it's called Monk. It seems very meditative to me. A lot of my other pieces kind of branch out and a little crazier. So, making stone sculpture, I don't work from a maquette. I gather, collect rocks and stone wherever I can get it. When I made this piece, I was going to a quarry in Pennsylvania where they let me pick through the scrap. I have a crane truck that I drive, so I would drive the crane truck in. I had to get certified as a miner so that I could be unattended in the quarry. And it was useful for me to have my own truck and equipment there because stone is very heavy. This is 15,000 pounds of stone. The top piece is 6-ish, 6,000. The bottom is 8,000 pounds. So if I found a piece of stone that I really liked, it was good to know that I could pick it up with my crane. Otherwise, if you go to a quarry, everything is so big, you just want to take everything. So only things that I can handle. Otherwise, it gets very expensive to move things around. So working with this, I don't make a maquette. I just pick up the stones, I turn them around, I hang them in different ways, and they talk to me and tell me what they want to do. This seems like a very simple piece, but there's actually a lot of cutting and figuring out to make the notches, and there's a big stainless steel pin that goes from the bottom piece into the top piece to secure it. The balance is very important. So without the pin, this piece sits together just like that, the way I made the notch. So it's balanced very well in the center, and that's an important factor in making figurative sculpture, is balance and movement. So I like to think that I transpose that balance and movement into my abstract sculptures.